Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the 14th of August, 5 days after Kenyans went to the polls, they're yet to receive results. Today, I want to start by saying happy birthday to my very firstborn daughter, baby Kayla. Yes, baby Kayla was born on 14th August 2020, and of course, we had a good day here waiting for that big celebration. There is a face of victory that Raila Odinga and Azimio team have already told their supporters. But that face of victory is contradicting with the kind of data that they are receiving from the parallel tallying in the latest report from IBC. As of the time I was doing this video, Raila Odinga was trailing William Ruto after over 215 Form 34Bs had been verified and approved by the IBC. But one thing I can tell you is what is worrying the whole country and what is putting this country in ransom is, while data show that Raila is trailing William Ruto, but Azimio Brigade are so determined that Raila Odinga is the 5th president, and they're saying tomorrow 3 p.m. Raila Odinga is going to be announced. I wish it be so, and I hope perhaps there is something they know. Is there something that people know that others do not know? On the other end, William Ruto's team have been calm and seems to be taking a backseat. They're trying to play victim card on this election presidential tallying delay that is going on. They have tried to fake some few arrests here and there, but that has not captured the attention of the country. And I remember at Bomas of Kenya last night on Saturday night, when the Azimio la Umoja team complained about some mischievous deeds there, as the UDA team were a little bit reserved. Kenyans have been left wondering who to trust. And at the end of it all, the decision rests with the IBC. Azimio la Umoja mounted a vote protection battalion in Bomas of Kenya that allegedly smoked backdoor deals in the verification process. And however, that process was supposed to be one of the most transparent because it was the last penalty on the presidential election. This vote protection battalion was treated by UDA as sorts of this hooliganism, and it was dismissed because according to them, there is nothing that they were doing. So this really, remember the incident about Cholet that has been trending for quite some time. And as that was going on, when Martha Karua met Azimio team, she told the Azimio leaders that there is a lot of work that is to be done and let them do the work, or rather turn up in Bomas of Kenya. What has captured my attention is this latest development, and I know many people they did not capture it really well because no one was on the know. Yesterday, there was a joint press release from Royal Media Services and Standard Media Group. This article, I don't want to be chief propagandist. You can go and check the Star. I think when I was doing my data, when I was doing my research, I got this from the Star newspaper. And according to the Star, Royal Media Services and Standard Group called it in favor of Raila Odinga. They called the August election in favor of Raila Odinga. It is in the same article that now today on Sunday the 14th, the Star, which is under the Radio Africa Group, came out with the data to show that Raila Odinga, that Deputy President William Ruto, was at 7.1 and Raila Odinga was at 6.9. So that was coming, and when I saw that headline in the Star, the reason why I am I want us to understand this is this. Yesterday on Saturday, which was the 13th, the Star newspaper, the Star Online was reporting directly from IBC portal. So they were telling the results that IBC were telling are the ones that they were showing. But today in the morning, they came up and said that all 34 Bs had been tabulated, and according to them, of course, they were saying that they've picked the forms from IBC portal. Even though by that time IBC was still doing the verification process, they came out and called the election in favor of Deputy President William Ruto. Now, this is whatever is happening. For me, on the other side, I think Nation have kept their space, and they have been reporting from the IBC. What IBC is reporting is what they are telling their viewers and their supporters. However, and their readers. However, if you check what is in the portal, what they are displaying in the Facebook, what in the thumbnail of their videos, and what actually they're reporting, but if you check Nation Africa, you will realize that they're so consistent on what IBC is showing is what they're showing, even though even theirs is a bit stagnant. And I mentioned in one of my videos, when I challenged the delay, that it opened avenues for media, I want to say manipulation, but the media came in, and even though the media was supposed to debunk the propaganda on the election results, but they're captives of the situation. And what I mentioned in one of my analysis now is coming to be seen. You can see the different goalposts. And before we know, even though IBC is supposed to call the shot, who is going to believe what Chebukati is going to announce? That's a question. Today in the evening, I read a tweet by Babu Owino, and I think it was Babu Owino backed up by Lebdama Olekina. These are not coincidence. They mentioned that they descended on President Uhuru Kenyatta to help guard Raila Odinga's win. So is it a matter of Raila Odinga won and someone snatched his win? I can surely tell you that if you follow Kanini Kega, Sabina Chege, Ledama Olekina, Isai Kindiki, who is Raila Odinga's chief agent, Ole Kanchuri, they are all confident and they're saying that Raila Odinga has won the election. In fact, before I shot this video, the 75 are remaining, and someone was saying that by the end the 75 will be tallied, Raila Odinga will be home dry and he was going to win the election. So who won the election? It's a question that you cannot answer, and we've been trying. And today in the morning, I want to say, I did a tweet and I said, I looked at the results that IBC, they had tallied 138 from 34 Bs. And from that, I saw a gap of 227,000. And I mentioned that, look here, maybe Raila is not going to get it. And I felt, my personal opinion, that my Raila might have lost it. And it was my opinion on observation of what was happening. And I can tell you that I received the bashing in Twitter. I was called all sorts of names. And of course, in social media, that's allowed. We are used to that. But why I was doing that tweet, even though I had to pull it down, was I wanted to test, are really people ready for any results away from Raila Odinga? Someone should listen to this. I think that tweet was a test to really know what is at the stake in this election. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think is at the stake? Because for me, I want to explain in details 3 things that are at the stake, and that is why there are a lot of stuff that you're seeing playing out. It's not just a mere transition. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. I want to still reach out to us. This is the last stretch of Sarah's 21-day challenge. In the next 3 days, I think we'll be completing on Wednesday. By the Wednesday, nitakuwa nimefikisha 21 days. Sarah is one of our subscriber in this channel, and I need to explain because there's some people that have not, maybe hawajasikia. She's suffering acute leukemia and she's in Kenyatta Hospital. So she reached out to me, this channel, and thanks to the advice from Job here, said, Kevin, the best you can do for Sarah, let's just try a 50 shillings challenge. So the idea is, I imploring on supporters that if you can donate as little as 50 shillings, we have 30,000 subscribers here. If 20,000 of us can do that, then we'll be in a position to give Sarah a 1 million check, courtesy of Team Bold. This is possible, guys. This is possible. I believe this is really possible. Let's help where we can. My number is directly 0710 62 78 89. It will appear Kevin Oduor. You can also reach out to Sarah directly. Her number is 07 16 357 360. Sarah Atieno Onyango. And God will meet you in a special way. What is at the stake? What are we dealing with? What is at the stake? The stability of this country is at the stake. Because I can say that if we need to make it in a way, I am just trying to look at it this way. Just this evening, I was, of course, I was around, just around where I stay, and someone mentioned, I'm a Raila Mepoteza. I'm telling you, I was working with my sister, and the guy, someone just overheard that around, and the guy became very violent. Understand? So the issue here is acceptability of the results. I want to mention that before, and I want to believe, the name that is going to be announced by Wafula Chebukati, already there will be a negotiated way so that the country is kept calm, peacefully. I don't think it is, where I'm seated, it is not just as simple as taking Form 34C and posturing before Kenyans and telling Kenyans that, look here, I so and so have won. My cue, we have a winner that might have won with less than 200,000 votes. The 200,000 votes gap is a very small gap, and God forbid if it becomes less than that. It's a very small gap, and someone can feel like I'm not part of it. So it's very keen that this thing is not just handled in Bomas of Kenya. It is not enough as just going for Form 34C. The situation must be managed that William Ruto can manage his supporters, Raila Odinga can manage his supporters, and Wafula Chebukati should not just run, and it will not be as casual as just running to say, I have the results. And that is what Kenyans need to see. There is something behind the curtains. I will not be shocked if Chebukati calls it for Raila Odinga. The same if he calls it for William Ruto. Because from where I am, each one of them shall have known what's happening. Because there needs to be intelligence involved in this. They must be told. And even if Chebukati and the commission might feel they enjoy their independence, but it reaches a point they're told, okay, fine, so whom are you going to announce? Person X and Y. So that the country will, it must be decided on what it's going to be managed. I have seen Murkomen and the team saying, we have it, let's win. It's not as simple as 1, 2, 3. That's why there was a handshake in 2017. And I also see the other thing is the test of our democracy and the integrity of the election process. Remember, the election observers have already called it. It's an A game. And when the President Uhuru Kenyatta met, I think, a delegation of observers from, I think, COMESA and AU, they said that the model that was used by Kenya in this election is one that should be replicated in other African countries, and it can strengthen our democracy. Now, the father of democracy, Raila Amolo Odinga, is the person on ballot. This is a man that has a statesman. This is a statesman that has enjoyed all. There is no Kenyan election since 1997. Millennial elections that millennials would have witnessed that Raila's name will not appear. So how, whether he's going to steer the country ahead or is going to exit the stage, will dictate on the democracy. And this is very important. And I want to believe that many have already seen the success of government and the revolution beating it. But I also see that from where Raila Odinga is, he will not really just handle things casually. And this is the moment that I can shock you people. Raila Odinga has a compact majority and people who yell and say this and that. But this is the moment that he can pull another one. Who knew of handshake? And pulling another one here might be then winning. Or if not winning, conceding if he loses. All these are on table. Lastly, this is underestimated, but Uhuru has a legacy. There are two ways to Uhuru Kenyatta's legacy. Raila Odinga's supporters all over the country have always believed that from 2007 to 2017, Raila Odinga has been winning election, but his victory was snatched. So if Raila was to win, if Raila wins this election, then the one legacy that the president will have for Raila, and the advantage, and I am not just trying to say because I support Raila, but the truth of the matter here is Raila has a unifying factor. That is the truth. If Raila is announced today, not even Arab Mebei, not even a Kalenjin or anyone who did not vote for Raila will have an issue. It won't, because Raila is one man that is loved all over the country, all over. And everyone, even people who, there are many people who voted for William Ruto in 2022, but in 2017 if they voted for Raila, in 2013 they might have voted for Raila. So it's just a matter of the same person changing the goalposts. Out of the 14 million that went to the ballot, many of them are voters who had voted before. So some of them could be Raila Odinga's voters that just changed goalposts. What that tells you is he's a man that can still give Uhuru Kenyatta's legacy on that way. I question how William Ruto's presidency is going to give Uhuru Kenyatta, is going to protect Uhuru Kenyatta's legacy. It's going to give Uhuru Kenyatta the legacy. I don't know. You can explain that for me here, because I am just failing to understand. Maybe it could be that he will still protect a legacy by now he has proved the Kenya Kwanza team wrong, because they've always believed that they created a perception that they are going to win the election, but Raila Odinga, that they will be shortchanged and Raila will be given the win. So if the president is going to give, and I need to be very keen here, because just the problem president that is handing over power, that if Chebukati is going to call on election on William Ruto, then Uhuru Kenyatta, who many people might have believed might have had an influence in this election, which is true, called the shot in the favor. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we are going to have the results. That one I can assure you. We have 75 remaining, and I think by 8 a.m. in the morning we will know the mood. I want to pray that we keep calm, just stay peace, continue. Personally, I think I can say that instead of investing all those emotions in politics, just be logical. And one of the things you can do is being pragmatic. If you become pragmatic, that will drain your emotions. If you drain your emotions, then let me give you a simple one. When ODM gave a ticket to Evans Kidero in Homa Bay, to Gladys Wanga in Homa Bay, there was a lot of anger, democracy, what? And I remember a group of some gentlemen went to the street and said, kama Raila alifanya handshake, sasa na wewe, why don't you just puke anger? Puke anger. Yani nilikuwa nasema kwamba tema ile uchungu. Na watu walitema uchungu. Wanga is the governor of Homa Bay. So today I want to say that even if it might not go on your way, tema uchungu. That's my bold